now, now I only need to buy a property for like maybe even 5 million would do it. 5 million,
Yes.
I get 25% of 5 million is 1,250,000. I get 100% of that. Now
Yeah.
I can cover, so a $4 million property would technically cover a $1 million capital gain instead of a $10 million property. And that's why it's so
Wow.
important. I'm able to go and tell people, hey, look, these gains that you want to offset or this income that you want to offset, now you don't have to try to find something so gigantic, right? You can buy something smaller and get this
Hmm.
exact same tax benefit.
I
That's
love
really
it.
the advantage.
Love it.
Yeah.
Would it also go down like it's like 100% this year? Would next year it'll go down or it'll stay 100% or then 80,
It's a
60?
hundred percent now until they change it again. Yeah, right. I mean,
Ah,
now
wow.
perpetually 100% every
Wow.
going forward until somebody passes a new tax law.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's
It's
wonderful.
amazing.
Yeah. And I know the 1031 too, they were thinking it might get reduced or some stipulations, but they left that alone, right? They just, we can do the 1031s and pass on the capital gains till eternity, kicking down the can, we call it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And is
yeah. That's yeah. I've also heard it referred to as swap till you drop, right?
something you drop.
Right, because you can keep swapping
Yes.
properties
Mhm.
and the capital gains until you die, right? Swap till you drop.
And when you die, it goes away. Is that right? That's what I
It goes
remember.
to, yeah. If you give your properties to your children, they get a stepped up cost basis to whatever the market value is on the day you pass away.
Authentic
So
best
it's
way.
really you can completely, literally, completely eliminate capital gains. Now it's possible there's an estate tax, so
Yeah,
you have to
that's
watch
right.
out for
Yeah.
that. But the federal estate tax limit is
Yeah.
15 million now. That's
Yeah,
federal.
it's increased also, which is great
Yeah,
for husband and wife. Is that right? Like it's 30 total? That's what I understand,
I
right?
believe it's 30 total. Yes,
Yeah,
15%.
30 total. Now, what's the smartest way to structure LLC for real estate business? From the LLCs to S Corp, or do you promote that? Or what's a better way? Both give passive investors legally reduce taxes with that, or how?
Yeah, it depends on what business you're in, right? Okay. So for rental properties, I always tell people to use regular LLCs or
Mm-hmm.
LLC partnerships, right? And
Mm-hmm.
what I like about LLC partnerships is a partnership, a single member LLC ends up on your personal income tax return as
Yeah,
for a rental
right.
property, Schedule
Yeah,
E.
yeah.
A partnership return, so the with the single member, all the details are on your Schedule E, every single expense item, blah blah blah. If you use a partnership, it goes on the partnership return, and then on your personal return, it's literally one net number. So
Ah,
partnership returns get audited like less, one in every 10,000 is like
I see.
it's almost nothing. It's almost versus personal returns that get audited. You're about 6 times more likely to have your personal return audited than you are to have a partnership return audited. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to get aggressive with your
Mm-hmm.
rental properties, then you want to use a partnership LLC. That's how what I recommend typically, because it really reduces, just that strategy reduces the audit risk, right?
Totally. Wonderful, wonderful. And we do syndications or fund managers. They have the LLCs and the equity from the investors' money.